So there's a small YouTube channel named Parlo, and just a small amount of you people were wanting me to talk about Parlo. I didn't really care about Parlo. I was considering not making a video on him simply because I was initially under the impression that Parlo was just a more watered down version of more Pegasus, and he likes to milk drama a lot, but he's also a little bit of Chris Hansen and not as much more Pegasus. And he's not really that much of a milker, but okay, maybe just a little. Oh, hot damn. But yeah, apart from that, I didn't see a reason to talk about Parlo, mainly because there were other smaller fish to fry, such as more Pegasus, the Bop House, etc., and my random thoughts and all that other stuff. And throughout my cave diving expedition into the Parlo anal cavity, I discovered that this guy was just hated because of the way he exposed people. And honestly, this video is actually initially meant to just more defend and criticize rather than to just criticize him. And on top of all this, usually whenever I get requests, I usually first see what the general opinion of them really is, and the claims that have been made by that request, and then I go on to either not only prove or disprove those claims, I also go out of my way to try and find even more claims and more discoveries and things of that sort. And during that phase, I found out that a lot of people are actually either just hating on this guy for absolutely no reason, or actually just don't know why they hate him. They just do. Or maybe they could all be pedophiles. I don't know. Nambla is putting their fist into the air, shaking their fist at Parla, going like, nay, shun that guy who keeps exposing our members of the Nambla community. But the point is, people literally don't know why they hate him, other than either just copium or they're mad that he's exposing their friends and their favorite content creators. But either way, I found a few things on Parlo that for some freaking reason I haven't seen anyone mention, which if you're gonna dislike someone, at least find a reason to be a D1 hater like me. Like, I go out of my way to find reasons to hate people, but I don't hate on people without a reason. So I mean, like, just go out and do your research, or like just talk about the blatant things that are on his channel, and we'll talk about that in a moment. And before we begin, if you're watching Parlo, I know you're gonna hide behind the shield of, oh, I bet that Willie Tato is a pedo because he's attacking me. And no, that is not true. And also, I'm a minor, so I'm not really, like, I can't really be a pedo. Um, just because I'm criticizing you, that doesn't mean I'm defending the people that you're attacking. I barely know about Roblox pedophile drama. All I know is that Potamer was a really goofy guy, and that's about it. And every other piece of information I've gotten on Roblox pedophile drama comes from you. So, yeah, I mean, I barely know Jack Dookie about who you cover, but I'm criticizing you specifically. I'm honing in on you. If you so much as breathe my name and pedophile in the same sentence without any evidence, which I can't even be one, again, I'm 17 and the age of consent in California is 18, I can't even be a pedophile. If anything, I'm gonna be a victim. I will be spiteful enough to not only debunk those allegations, I will destroy your credibility entirely. I'll make sure that you don't have a platform to speak on again. And sometimes, I don't know, I forget pretty easily. I got the memory of a goldfish. But either way, I'm simply criticizing you. I do not defend the actions of the people you've exposed. You've done some pretty good things, but you've also done some pretty bad things. And I feel like I have the right to call you out on your bad things. I am honing in on you specifically. So to the rest of my audience, with that being said, let's begin. Also, Roblox fans, please stop diddling little kids. First off, let's get started off with the milking. And yeah, this guy's a milker in terms of controversy. Look at the Mr. Beast videos, look at the Potamer videos. This guy's milked a lot of drama. It's pretty obvious that his channel is built off of drama. And this is complete BS for several reasons that I've already established in my video in More Pegasus, but I'll repeat them here. It's objectively not new content. And the same thing goes for me when I was covering Darman earlier. The more you cover something, the more people are going to make fun of you for covering something because they will believe that you are a leech, and in turn that dilutes the message that you're trying to send. And that's kind of one of the things that I regret when I used to milk Darman. I diluted the message that I was trying to spread, and because I made so many videos on it, now people are just going to make jokes about it instead of actually believing it. And that's kind of one of the things that I regret as a content creator is milking Darman. And yeah, I mean, that's kind of just like about it. I mean, he's just milking drama. Additionally, the hypocrisy on Parlo's end is crazy. Hey Parlo, you know how you've been recently criticizing someone named Cam Gaiza for promoting adult content to kids? Yeah, look at some of this inappropriate content, schmucko. Think fast, chuckle nuts, because you're also guilty of making weird and inappropriate thumbnails. This is pretty much indefensible, and like the people you criticized, you too had a past of promoting this type of content towards kids. And the funnier thing is that you tried to censor it, but clearly it didn't censor enough, so it's just a poor quality version of Roblox Tig Biddies. And I know some people are going to try to defend this by two different methods, because I've seen this before in my previous Rith video, or Rith videos. Number one, you're going to say that, oh, Parlo is just trying to show how disgusting it is. You can't really call that out, he's calling it out. And saying that is the equivalent to saying giving meth to a meth addict or giving alcohol to an alcoholic is eventually going to cure them because they'll realize how painful and pathetic abusing substances is. And another example of why that's flawed. Cuties. Yeah, remember that child porn film that Netflix made? The whole purpose of Cuties was to show pedophiles how disgusting CP was, but they did that by supplying it to the pedophiles. So by saying that Parlo, or even this extends to Rith, by them showing these thumbnails is okay because it's meant to allow people to know how disgusting it is, you are setting the precedent that Cuties was a morally okay film to make because it was meant to show a certain audience that their beliefs are wrong. And that is just a really stupid take right there. I don't know how people don't think before they type. It's like, I must type out something to hate on this Willie Taylor. Like, yeah, there's so many reasons why you can hate on me, and like, just scroll back through my channel. You can literally hate on me for any reason, but if you leaving that comment actually just messes with my brain the most. Like, I don't care what you hate on me for, but just leaving that really just tickles my noggin, you know, because it just makes me lose hope in humanity whenever someone says that. Like, how can you even justify it that way? Anyways, thingy number two that someone could say to justify why it's okay to do this is because he's simply trying to be funny slash exaggerate the absurdity of the content that these content creators have made. Yeah, that doesn't really work because first of all, a joke is meant to be funny, and in my humble opinion, he's got less of a personality than SS Sniper Wolf. And second of all, the same issue still arises. He's doing the same thing other content creators he's throwing tomatoes at are doing. He is being a hypocrite. He is objectively being a hypocrite. And you cannot tell me otherwise that that is bad. He is promoting adult thumbnails to kids for them to click on his content at the end of the day. That is the baseline of it. Full stop, that is bad. You cannot do that, period. On the topic of thumbnails, another thing that I heard about him was him faking some small YouTube channel named Koneko Kitten had cancer. And first of all, Parlo, if anything, you're the one being stupid. The thumbnail says he has cancer. Now, you're like 19 years old, and that's public information, so don't even go the route that I doxed you. You doxed your own age, dumbass. But anyways, for a 19-year-old, I'd expect you to have some knowledge in the difference between has and had. It's past and present tense. And in case you didn't know, has is a present tense. For example, he has cancer means he currently has cancer. On the other hand, had is past tense. He had cancer, meaning that he had cancer, meaning that he now does not have cancer, presumably. My mom says my grandpa actually died of having cancer, and to be fair, he was a smoker, so I don't really blame the world that much. But point is, I wouldn't say my grandpa has cancer. That implies not only is my grandpa alive, which is far from the truth, that implies that he is currently battling cancer. On the other hand, saying that my grandpa had cancer implies that not only does he currently not have cancer, and he may or may not be dead. And you know, if you're dead, you can't have cancer because you're dead. You brought it along with you like a suicide bomber. See how that one word really changes the meaning? Another example, my old Moist Critical video thumbnails, like the ones that I did on Moist Critical when I was exposing him. When I put in quotes, kids can consent, that seems to have implied that he was a pedophile, when in actual reality, the video was completely different, which essentially clickbaited my audience in a sense, so that's obviously not a good thing. and the wording can change how a thumbnail is interpreted, but you're just not willing to own up to this very clear and blatant grammatical error. It's just a grammar error, dude. Just change the text box, apologize for the inconvenience, download Grammarly, admit it was a huge blunder, and move on. Taking accountability is not that hard, by the way, hashtag not sponsored by Grammarly. However, unlike my Moist Critical blunder, he only talked about Koneko Kitten having cancer for only like a minute and a half max. The video is 10 minutes. Yeah, I think that you're clickbaiting cancer. Not only that, because this is the first video on Koneko Kitten you have made in a while, I have reason to believe that you did this on purpose. A thumbnail is meant to tell the audience what the video is about, and entice the audience to click on them. Because it has been a while since you made a Koneko Kitten video, I believe that you made the thumbnail about Koneko having cancer because you wanted everyone to believe that there was a new update, when in reality there was nothing new between the first video and the second video other than the fact that you talked about the case of Koneko allegedly grooming a minor after you said that the case should be private and you would private it out of respect for the victim's privacy.
Another minor who was 16 years old when he was 20 and even admitted to it. However, out of respect for the victim's privacy, the situation will remain a private matter. But it is one of the most disgusting situations I have ever seen.
Or maybe you just don't want other people digging up the previous video, realizing that you went back on your word without realizing it. I don't know. And yeah, I mean, that's all I really wanted to talk about for Parlo. Watching his videos, I'm not entertained in the slightest. He's only as good as some sort of Roblox news outlet that I can stick a fork in every now and then to be shocked by the news that I'm receiving. But anyways, thank you guys so much for the support lately, and because of your support, I now have a Discord server. Well, as of writing the script, I don't have it, lol, but I mean, it'll be out before I post this video, I swear. I swore on my soul. I don't want my soul to be sapped out of me, so I'm working on the Discord server as of right now, but I mean, it should be out by the time this video's out, and thank you guys so much for watching until the end. You're all what make my career and make my day. I hope you all have a good day, and bye.